All right, welcome to the video. We got the mic in hand.
You're good.
We're good?
Yeah, you're good.
All right, welcome to the video. We got mic in hand because we are on campus. We're checking out some more sweatshirts here at Roach T-shirts. Brian Roach, he works out with Audrey per recommendation. So he hooked us up. We really like these cream ones. We're gonna think about doing another collection here. We're gonna call it the Spring Cleaning Collection or Spring Cleaning Lounge Collection. We're gonna do a sweatshirt, kind of make it retro. I'm gonna change the style a little bit. We're also gonna do some sweatshorts and maybe one more piece of clothing. Harrison wants a G-string. I don't know. We'll see what we get. This one is great. I mean, honestly, I was hoping to do the cream and.
Okay. Well, but I don't keep them all in stock. But I do have all the different models in stock, so to speak. So what we do is we'll choose and then we'll order in your stock for you. So that's the Independent 4000.
I think this is the one I want to do again.
And this is the crew neck counterpart to it. This is the Independent 3000.
So what is is the sweat short material the same as this?
It is.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm gonna have to. Do you have a version?
No, I'll have to order a sample in.
Sure.
To make sure
that's
we're
fine.
close enough on color.
Yeah.
They don't make the exact. They don't make the short out of the exact fabric,
Nice.
but it's pretty similar in color.
Okay.
So,
Well, I think I'll maybe like resend you some different quantities for the crew neck and the hoodie, but I think we'll just do the same. I love this one, honestly.
Yeah.
And then maybe, because what I would like to do is put this kettlebell like pretty big on the back.
yeah, like the mock-up we did.
Yeah. Oh, did you send me one?
Yeah. Up on the
This
computer.
is
if
this
you
is
want to see
the
it.
current one. Audrey made these ones for us for all the trainers. Old one. Oh.
There. Keep going. There you go.
I see. Okay. So this is what we're thinking.
Yeah.
A larger kettlebell on the back. This is great. And then doing a simple Matheny muscle. I may move this around a little bit. Are you guys?
Easy to.
You can do it. Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
So, and then we're gonna do a lounge pair of pants with it too.
Show me the
The shorts are in there
photo.
too.
The shorts are okay. So the shorts. Oh, perfect. So
Those are so sick.
it's gonna be this cream color. It's this retro color. It's really cool. We're gonna call it a spring cleaning lounge set. So we'll do some cool content with it.
You want the nickel tour? I'll show you the.
Yeah, please. This would be awesome if you don't mind. Yeah,
Yeah.
we can. Well, I've driven past this so many times. So you gotta tell me the story around the skateboards?
Here's the embroidery machine if you want to get some of that.
Oh yeah,
So
these are
it's
super
this-
cool.
It'll do 15 colors at a time.
Oh my god.
It's one location, but 15 colors, which is nice. So this is a hoop, right?
I
And
didn't realize that's.
so we lay the shirt out here, and then we'll throw this in and snap these together.
That's kind of makes sense.
Then this comes off and goes on the machine, and then it does.
holds it in
Yeah, it
place.
goes in one place.
Are you a skater too? There's like skateboards and surfboards over
Yeah.
there.
My sport of choice was skiing and surfing and
sweet.
skating when I was a kid.
I lived in Littleton when I was younger, Colorado. So we grew up skiing and
No kidding.
snowboarding a little bit, and then my one buddy. You've met Tyler Creedy, I think, at some point, but
Yeah.
he was like a skateboarder on it. He was like semi-sponsored around town and stuff. But
Cool.
I dabbled, but not. I played soccer, so I was like pretty good with so it came a little naturally. But
Yeah.
that's cool. Did you grow up around here, bro?
I grew up here and went to Hilliard and Upper Arlington and Ohio State. And,
Oh, okay, awesome.
and I spent a year in Australia surfing, and
Oh my god.
Oh my God.
Yeah, there's a surfboard.
I
Up there.
lived in Frisco, Colorado. Skied.
Oh, that's
all
great.
the Summit County stuff for a while.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh,
Yeah,
you have a
that-
huge
that-
space back here.
I actually airbrushed that.
You airbrush this surfboard?
Yeah, my
amazing.
first t-shirt business was an airbrush t-shirts
Oh,
stand
wow.
in Virginia Beach.
Oh, really?
So I would work the boardwalk and I got
That's
to know all the
amazing.
surfers and the surf
that's
shapers and started painting surfboards. So my last day on the job, I decided to retire from the beach. I had the
That's
guy
amazing.
shape the board for me and my weight and everything, and he brought up the blank, and so I painted it up, and he came and got it, and the glass was still curing when I put it in the car to leave Virginia Beach. So I've only ridden it once.
It's amazing.
And it was on my graduation day from Ohio State. I didn't go to the ceremony. A friend of mine
I love it.
had a spot in New Jersey. He's like, dude, the waves are rocking. You got to come. I'm like, fuck it. I'm going surfing. I don't need to stand in the stadium.
Yeah, I skipped it. We almost skipped. I almost skipped our graduation.
Yeah. So this is
is where it all goes down back here.
This is the print shop. So these two big round presses are automatic silkscreen presses. This is what your sweatshirt is done on.
Oh wow.
So one guy loads, one guy unloads, and then each screen clamp holds a tool in place. So each color gets registered to the next color.
Okay.
So
This is a multi-step process for each color.
this one will do up to 6 colors, and that one will do up to 8 colors.
Holy crap.
They come off
That's crazy.
wet, so they have to go down the pizza oven. The oven cures the ink. If you ever have a washability problem, it's usually because it wasn't cured correctly.
Really?
So if you notice any cracking or peeling or anything,
Okay, it's just something
you
happened.
can usually iron them and fix them. So we can do hats, we can do iron-on patches, transfers, applique.
You guys can do it all.
We have a
Yeah, I really hope, to, every few months, like, do a set of things. I mean, that's my
Absolutely.
big plan with all this, so.
happy to help.
I want to try to, make this more than just like a gym, make it a little more of a brand, so.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's all.
And you got it.
This.
Whoever did your creative did a great job.
Yeah, they're awesome. I have a couple guys. I have one guy that did the logo, and he has like a whole business. And
You ever shave that stash off, your character's going to be a little, right?
You'd be all right. You just have to grow it back
You know what's
fast.
funny is he didn't even ask me about that. He sent it to me, and I instantly was like, "That's it." And
That's
I was
it.
like, I love it. So.
Yeah. There's a guy in Cleveland. He's been in the t-shirt business forever. His name's Daffy Dan.
Daffy did.
And he had a caricature done himself in this, it's probably the 70s or 60s. And he's a hippie, right? He's got black hair and a ponytail and a beard. And so that's been their logo, basically, kind of like your kettlebell guy.
The mustache.
And I'd never met him, but I knew who he was. He was a customer of Roach back in the 60s and 70s. And one day we were working late, and I see this guy peeking through the window in the garage. And I'm like, that's fucking Daffy Dan. And sure enough, he was
It was
just in
him.
town driving by. He saw the Roach sign, and he's like, Roach.
Did he know he was famous?
He knew the brand because we were his biggest supplier when he
I
was
see.
doing his early business was all iron-ons, and Roach's first business was iron-ons. So he was nostalgic, so he stopped in and we had a nice visit and got to know Daffy.
It was out of business at that point.
No, he's still going strong.
Oh wow, amazing.
Yeah, he's a hell of a businessman.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So, but yeah,
So you've been doing this for?
yeah, I've been doing it.
Since 62, up on the sign back here. I just noticed that. I was like, wait,
Yeah.
that's crazy. How old were you when you?
In '62, I wasn't even born.
Yeah, I was gonna
Dennis-
say you're not that old.
Dennis
Yeah, I was like,
Russ
there's no
Roush
way.
from Arlington started the company.
Okay.
And my dad came from California and
Wow.
bought into the company. And in the late '60s, he and his partner had bought the other guys completely out. So I was born in '66 and we landed here in '66. So I was maybe a year old, or not quite a year old when we landed here.
So, do you know where the name comes from? Like, why would you like
Yeah.
someone named a company after Roach, which is
So
crazy.
there was this trend in the early '60s and late '50s, and they were called guys were called, instead of hippies, they were called beatniks.
Okay.
So if you've ever seen Gilligan's Island,
Yeah.
Gilligan's a beatnik.
Right.
So he's got the Maynard Krebs and On the Road, and it was this kind of pre-hippie subculture.
Yeah.
And out of that, there was a group of guys called the Rat Finks, and they were into custom cars in California. They were doing pinstriping and custom cars.
okay.
And there's an art style that came out of San Francisco and LA. They were monster shirts or weirdo shirts, as they were called.
Okay.
And some pretty famous artists kind of invented this art style, like Stanley Mouse, who did a lot of the Grateful Dead's album
Yeah,
covers.
yeah.
Okay, yeah,
Rick
yeah.
Griffin, he did a lot of Fillmore West concert posters. These guys were all doing this kind of art.
Right.
So Dennis and Russ were fans of that art, and they wanted to be in that business. So Rat was already taken. Roush is close to Roach,
Okay.
so they became Roach,
Roach.
and then Roach Studios. And,
I like
I love it. That's awesome.
That's great.
and it was before marijuana was even a thing. So, but when the late '60s and '70s hit, and people were smoking
talking Roach-
reefers, and they were
Roach.
thinking roaches,
Yeah, it was perfect.
they were kind of like, oh,
That's
it works.
amazing. I love it.
So,
Yeah, no, I appreciate it, Brian. This has been great, man. I mean, I think hopefully we can work together a lot. And,
yeah, I look forward to it.
yeah, Audra's been a great connection.
Yeah.
She's were you?
We'll take care of you.
Yeah.
She's been taking care of me, so
She's
I'll
great.
give you the family
She
discount.
takes care of me, man.
She's awesome.
She's we were just shooting a video about my blood work.
Yeah, we were just talking about her in that
my
video.
DEXA scan. Yeah. And we were just like talking about like how much healthier I am.
Yeah.
And since I've known her, it literally like shows like my in my DEXA scan, like my, especially my visceral fat, like dropping significantly after she like, I was helping it with my eating. So
How much body fat?
I was right at 18.
That's good.
Yeah, I was happy with that.
Yeah. How much visceral? 0.8 pounds?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, I was pretty honest.
Zach's pretty shredded, man. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Well, I'm all day on my feet moving, and I'm literally working out with people all day long.
How many
so-
steps a day do you get? Track it out.
Probably an absurd amount.
Yeah.
Here's how I feel about this. I'm gonna do a video on this at some point too, with the trackers and stuff. But like, the truth is, I probably get a lot of steps in the day. And like, and
10,000 probably.
if I have like a hard workout the next day, I would like, because I'm a psychopath, I would be like, oh, maybe I can't justify this hard work, or I'd like start doubting myself. You see what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
no, yeah, you don't want to know.
Some of those people, you know what a whoop strap is? It's like these things that tell you like how recovered you are.
Oh.
And like,
okay.
I just think it's like another added layer of like, oh, I'm not recovered.
It's another way to spend money and also get out of doing something.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
That
it's
sounds
like,
like something I'd be down for.
Right.
I mean, that's maybe not a popular opinion, but like, I just think maybe things like, all right, listen, if you don't feel good, maybe you should work out.
The hardest part's getting there.
Exactly, dude. That's
6 in the morning, it's hard to get up at 5:20
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah,
Yep.
Brian trains with Audrey, so
Okay,
that's like how we
gotcha.
made this connection too.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Audrey's with us. Yeah, they're.
Thanks for talking to us, man. This is
Yeah,
sweet.
this is
This machine is crazy over here too.
Yeah, that one's
Like, I already thought this was crazy.
This is like a Super Duty version of this.
I think they're fairly comparable in durability and speed. It just does more
More colors.
colors. Like these are both fairly small machines. Like really big
Oh,
shops have up to 14 colors. The biggest machine I ever owned was 18 colors. Wow.
That's so many.
So it had twice as many pallets on it as that, and it was giant.
Probably huge, yeah.
What is this machine right here?
That's our oven. It
dries.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
like
dries it.
So our ink, all those buckets over there, they don't have lids that are very tight, and they don't dry out.
Okay.
So it's
You're saying the ink doesn't necessarily dry on its own.
it will
It's gotta
never
be cured?
dry on its own. It has to be heat fired for it
Oh,
to
wow.
cure. So it's always in a liquid form. In fact, if you drop it or rub up against it, get it on your clothes, it just keeps transferring.
To other stuff.
Yeah,
that's
sometimes I'll
hilarious.
walk back here and there's a footprint through the whole shop. Who stepped in the fucking
Well, you know, at least
Yeah.
you're gonna win, I guess, but.
Does it get pretty hot in here with this oven in the summer?
Summertime, it gets pretty hot in here. In the winter, it's perfect.
Yeah.
I'm sure
Yeah, but it's
that's-
yeah.
It's huge, yeah. I kind of grew up around screen printing and medium format screen printing, but we also did offset printing with the same people that do magazine covers and things like that. They would print our graphic on our special paper, and then we'd bring it back to the shop and we'd screen print backers on it and cut those up, and those would become transfers.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So the photo transfer of Farrah Fawcett or of Star Wars or Battlestar Galactica or Knight Rider,
Graphic
any of those old.
Yeah, can you guys do stuff like that as well?
Well, the original Roach had license for all that, and they were the biggest in the catalog business of iron-on graphics. So if you ever went into a T-shirt shop in Virginia Beach or at the fair, if you could pick your graphic, you could pick your shirt, and they'd iron it on for you. Roach kind of invented that business. They were the king
That's
of that
crazy.
business, and that's where the heritage of it all comes from. So,
So are you the owner of Roach?
I am.
Okay, very cool.
And I was able to acquire all the old artwork and copyrights and trademarks. So
great.
we have been struggling a little bit to get a vintage apparel line put together that has all those graphics on it. But I think this year might be our year.
Yes, that'd be awesome.
So like contacting like Disney and stuff.
Well, anything we do that has other people's property, and we have to have a deal. We have to have a license or permission. So in the early 60s and 70s, licensing wasn't a thing. You could just do Mickey Mouse or Chevy or Coors or Bud. And
Yeah, because Steamboat Willie just ran out. They just made a video game
Yeah,
with
I
Steamboat
heard
Willie.
about
Yeah.
But in those days, people looked at it like, why would we screw with them? It's advertising. We're not paying for it.
Yeah.
Everybody's wearing our shirt.
Sure. But now.
But now they're like, they're wearing our shirt. Why aren't we getting a cut for it?
Someone realizes like, hey, dude, we could make an extra $25,000 a year. You know.
25
million. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
okay. Do you have how much? Are you allowed to share how much it would cost to like license a Mickey Mouse T-shirt or something like that? Or
I don't know what Mickey would cost, but I personally did a deal with Chevy.
okay.
And it was $60,000 in guarantee against a royalty. And the royalty, you didn't have to pay the royalty until until the guarantee.
So you had to pay them $60,000 no matter
I had to
what.
give them 60 grand up front to get going.
That's interesting.
It's a big package. There's some people that are experts in that. They there's a branch of one of those companies up in Lewis Center. They get all of the big licenses. So if Superman or Batman or the next Toy Story comes out, they're going to be one of 5 companies that has an opportunity to have that deal. And they will vie with guaranteed. Like they'll say, we'll give you $10 million up front to have all of the Targets, Kohl's.
So they supply like the.
Just like for their first to market, that's like where the sales.
Well, they get exclusivity to channel. So mass merchandising, we're going to give you $10 million up front against whatever royalty. And so that if the competition is who's going to sell through the most, if the licensor feels like you're the guy, they'll take your deal, and if you do well, you might have a chance to do the next deal. But if you turn them down, as Roach did, one of our executives famously turned down Star Wars.
Oh my god.
They were blackballed from Universal for a few years. And they framed his letter and had it hung in the office where the licensors' deals were cut.
But Universal, like.
Universal Movies, I think they were the distributor, and they did a lot of the business for the early Star Wars movies.
I had no idea.
So
That's crazy that Disney owns them now too.
Disney owns them.
Well, Brian, hey, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, that's great. Yeah. All right. Well, I'll shoot an email.